Welcome back to the Next Human Lab podcast. I'm Simon. Before we go into today's conversation, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge something. If you've been listening to this series, whether from the beginning or just joining along the way, you've chosen to look deeper into something that most people simply experience without understanding: relationships. And that matters, because the way we connect with people quietly shapes how we experience life. So if this series has been helpful for you, even in a small way, thank you for being here. And if today's episode resonates with you, feel free to give it a like, not just as support, but as a way to help this reach someone else who might be trying to understand their own relationships in a deeper way. Now, there's a question that sits at the center of everything we've talked about. Not just how relationships begin, but how they last. And Luna is here with me. When you think about lasting relationships, what comes to mind?
Honestly, I think about something steady, not perfect, not always easy, but something that continues through changes, through challenges, through time. And I think that's what people really want, even if they don't always know how to build it.
Exactly. Because lasting relationships are not built by accident. They are built through awareness, through intention, and through how people show up over time. And today, we're bringing everything together. If you look back at everything we've explored in this series, it wasn't random. Each part was building toward this. We started with understanding why connection feels difficult, then how to truly understand people, then how communication breaks down, then balance, then boundaries, then emotional safety, then patterns, then conflict, then depth, then repair, then consistency. And now, we bring it all together. Because lasting relationships are not built on one thing. They are built on all of these, working together. At the foundation of every lasting relationship is understanding. Not just hearing someone, but seeing them.
Understanding their perspective, even when it's different from yours?
Exactly. Because without understanding, everything else becomes harder. Communication breaks down, conflict escalates, distance grows. But when understanding is present, connection has a foundation. Understanding alone is not enough. It needs to be expressed through communication, clear, honest, respectful.
So people don't have to guess what's happening?
Exactly. Because unspoken things create misunderstanding, and misunderstanding creates distance. For a relationship to last, people need to feel safe. Safe to speak, safe to feel, safe to be imperfect.
Without fear of being judged or rejected?
Exactly. Because without safety, people don't open up. And without openness, connection stays limited. Another key element, boundaries. Being able to say, this is what I need, without fear of losing the relationship.
So connection doesn't come at the cost of self?
Exactly. Because lasting relationships don't require you to disappear. They allow you to remain while staying connected. Conflict will happen, but what matters is how it's handled.
Whether it creates damage or growth.
Exactly. When handled well, conflict deepens understanding, strengthens connection, and builds trust. Even in strong relationships, things will go wrong. Moments of disconnection will happen, but repair is what brings people back.
So the relationship doesn't slowly drift apart?
Exactly. Repair keeps connection alive. Lasting relationships are not built on surface interaction. They require depth, real conversations, real presence, real understanding, because that's what makes connection meaningful. And finally, consistency, not intensity, consistency.
The small things, repeated over time?
Exactly, because that's what builds trust. That's what sustains connection. And when all of these come together, something powerful happens. The relationship becomes not just something you experience, but something you build, something you maintain, something you grow into over time. And if you've been following this series, really reflecting, really applying these ideas, that takes intention. So thank you. And if this episode, or this entire series, has brought you clarity or helped you understand your relationships in a deeper way, take a moment to like the video. Not just for us, but to help this reach someone else who might need this perspective right now. Because a lot of people are struggling in relationships without knowing why, and clarity can change that. Let's talk about practical steps you can take. First, relationship reflection. Ask yourself, Which of these areas is strongest in my relationships and which needs more attention? 30. Second, one intentional shift. Choose one, communicate more clearly, listen more deeply, repair something unresolved, or show up more consistently. And third, build, don't expect. Ask, am I expecting connection or actively building it? So today, lasting relationships are not about luck. They're about how you show up, again and again. Here's something to reflect on. Am I becoming someone who creates the kind of relationship I want? Because that question changes everything.
I think what stayed with me through this whole series is realizing that relationships are not just something we experience, they're something we shape.
Yeah, and when you understand that, you stop waiting for connection and you start creating it. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. We'll see you in the next series.